Okay, so does asking for help stress you out? Let's change that. Here are 3 things to think about when you need to ask for help. 1, you need to think through what type of help do you need? And this just helps clarify what you're going to actually ask for. And there are some categories of help, I'll call them. So sometimes we just may need a shoulder to cry on, and we just need some support. That's one form of help. Other help is what I call kind of guidance or direction. Like you need somebody with knowledge that can help you answer a question, decide what to do, because they have experience and knowledge that could help you make a decision and do something, right? The other one is sometimes I just call it kind of practical. Sometimes we just need someone to help out with something. It could be run an errand for us, walk the dog, kind of take on those, help us with a practical thing, right? And then the last one is kind of the special category. And I call it soul support. And these are those times when we're just kind of really beat down, our confidence is kind of shot, and we need to ask somebody just to kind of help us rebuild a little bit in the moment. And like I said, you come up with your own name for that. I call that soul support. And for those different types of help, it's really important to kind of take a little bit of time, because sometimes when we get into the, I want to ask for help, sometimes we've just waited too long. So by the time we ask for help, there's a lot of stuff wrapped up with it, usually a lot of stress and overwhelm. And when we get better at it, we can ask for help sooner. But also, by thinking about the help we need, it helps us figure out who we should go to ask for help, right? So by taking those few moments, we'll kind of know, like, who are the people I know that, so let's say I have to get a passport and I don't know how to do that. Oh, well, I know my coworker has a passport because I know they just went on this trip and they told me about it. I'm going to ask them, and they could give you that direction or guidance or advice. But that's different if you need somebody to walk your dog. You may not ask that coworker, but you could ask the neighbor, where you guys kind of swap time and will help each other out, right? And so those are the types of things that by getting the clarity on what type of help you need, you can get smarter and more honed in on asking the right people for help. And I have a very good life lesson here that I want to share that I learned early on in life. Thank goodness to a wonderful therapist. And he let me know, he said, hey, here's one of the challenges with asking for help is sometimes the people we want to have help us aren't the right people to ask. And so also, as just as you kind of think through what is the actual help you need, think through the people in your life, the resources in your life, and kind of think through, would they be the right ones to ask for help in this? And another big point that he brought to me, just because someone can't help us the way that we want them to help us, doesn't mean they can't help us in other ways. So his message was, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to the people you know and how they can help you. But so once you kind of clarify the help you need, you think through the people that would make the most sense to go to ask for help, then it's being clear about what help you actually, how do you ask them? And it's usually just being straightforward and to the point. I worked for a guy one time and he had a great saying. He said, I don't do subtle well. And that was his word to us, like, you just got to be blunt, spit it out. What do you need? What do you got to say, right? And I think when we ask for help, it definitely is the way to go. So don't be subtle, just be direct. And you can do things like, I was hoping you could help me with this. Hey, I'm having trouble in this one area. Or could I bounce something off you as kind of that icebreaker, but then just get right into it? And remember, it should be a fairly easy ask because you've said, oh, I know what I need. Hey, I have a lot of overtime this week, roommate. I was wondering if you'd be willing to take out the trash on Wednesday night, whatever it is, right? Or to that neighbor, hey, I was hoping you'd be able to go let my dog out on Thursday morning, whatever it is. This is what helps you get the help because you've thought through what I need, who's the best person to ask, and then being just really straightforward about it. So it's really clear what you need and what you're looking for. And they can give you a simple yes or a simple no, and you get the help and move forward. And a really important thing about this is practicing. And the more uncomfortable this is for you, the more you need to practice. So next time someone comes up to you in a store, the grocery store, whatever, and says, "Hey, do you need any help?" Say yes. And say, even if you know where the batteries are, say, "Can you show me where the batteries are?" Because we've got to practice. And you can practice with us by clicking the link in the show comments and ask us anything. Until I see you again, stay happy and healthy.